think it's a really, really dangerous road to go down when we start judging mothers and their families.
I've obviously judged her. Who hasn't? Are you kidding? She's just had 8 babies. She has 6 at home. She's a single mom who lives with her parents.
Those opinions are really sort of invalid, right? I mean, I think that the decision to be a parent or not be a parent is an intensely personal thing.
Because she needed a psych ward after
therefore,
her
Like, WTF, lady? What are you thinking?
Hi guys, it's Heather Armstrong from Dooce.com, and this particular discussion is a little weightier than some of the ones that I've been involved in. This is about the ethics of planned multiple births. So we have this particular woman in the media who recently gave birth to octuplets and brought those octuplets, those premature octuplets, into a family that already had 6 children, and all of them were conceived through IVF. And this raises a lot of questions and concerns from many people. I should begin by saying that I believe in absolute reproductive freedom. I'm pro-choice, and I believe that a woman has the right to pursue all options available to her in terms of achieving the family that she desires. It's really unfortunate that the media has turned this into an absolute freak show circus. It's really unfortunate because it makes it harder for other couples to pursue the same treatments. There's gonna be a lot more judgment on people now for pursuing, you know, IVF or artificial insemination or whatever procedure they want to pursue. I just think it's a really, really dangerous road to go down when we start judging mothers and their families and start saying offhanded things like, that woman should have her children taken away from her because she's obviously crazy. I mean, I've had the same thing said about me, and I had 1 child.
every decision, I think, that is made around pregnancy or childbirth or becoming a parent tends to be judged, right? I mean, I think, you know, if you choose to give birth, people have an opinion. If you choose to adopt, people have an opinion. If you adopt and you adopt internationally, people have an opinion. If you adopt domestically, have an opinion. If it's an open adoption or a closed adoption, people have an opinion. If you do go through childbirth, if you experience infertility, people have an opinion. I just feel like those opinions are really sort of invalid, right? I mean, I think that the decision to be a parent or not be a parent is an intensely personal thing. And therefore, how this young woman decided that she wanted to become a parent and how many children she decided to become a parent to is her own business.
It's a toughie. This is a really hard one because it's so easy to become a hypocrite when talking about this issue. It's so easy to say, that crazy baby lady, she should have her children taken away from her, and she, because of her, you know, technology has gone too far, and in vitro is invasive, and she shouldn't have had all those babies, and shame on her, and she's living off of welfare, and I'm supporting her children, and she's costing California millions of dollars. But then, when you take a step back and you sort of look at the big picture here, you're not just talking about one woman who went too far. You're talking about in vitro. You're talking about somebody's reproductive rights, which, as you said, Heather, it's a slippery slope. When you start saying it's not kosher for you know, women to have this many children, you start talking about people's reproductive rights, what they can and can't do. I don't really want to go there.
Is it a really complicated situation? Yeah, absolutely. Is it easy to judge that woman? Yes. It's very easy. I have found myself unable to not judge her. You know, she's on welfare. The father is not involved whatsoever. She lives at home with her mom, and she's unemployed, and she can barely afford the children that she already has, and here she got pregnant with 8 more who are now, you know, racking up huge medical bills. There's a lot to judge in this situation, and I think the only thing that should be judged, really, is the ethics of the doctor that put her in this situation.
You know, I kind of disagree on that, and the reason I disagree is because I'm not a doctor. I don't know anything about the Hippocratic Oath. I don't know anything about any of the other vows or that doctors take when they become doctors. As far as I know, there hasn't been any issues brought up against this doctor or any proceedings brought against this doctor or anything. So I can't even judge that.
Well, I mean, if I were to go to a plastic surgeon and ask for an extra arm, because I love arms and I want to have another one so I can, you know, do more at once, the doctor would probably tell me no. This doctor was like, oh, you want another arm? You want 2 other arms? 3, 4? Sure, I'll sew 10 extra arms on your body because it's gonna be this really great, you know, breakthrough and whatever.
I did happen to catch a short, just a clip of an episode of Larry King where her obstetrician, not the doctor who did the in vitro, but the obstetrician was on Larry King. She described this woman as being a model patient, that she did everything possible to make sure that she gave birth to healthy children. And that to me is the first part of becoming a parent. Her situation sounds like it's going to be a tough situation, there's no doubt about that. But I haven't heard anything about her neglecting any of the children she's had. I've heard nothing but positive.
I've read some accounts of women who have given birth to triplets and quadruplets and whatnot, who have come out and said, you know, you can judge the woman for her craziness and whatnot, but seriously, who is going to take care of all of these children? Because the work that is going to go into providing, you know, basic survival for these kids is mind-boggling. 14 children in one house. One person cannot possibly do it. And it does become, eventually, a burden on the society and the community around this family.
Is it unfortunate for the babies? Maybe. Maybe they'll have an incredible life. Is it unfortunate for the taxpayers? I mean, I'm a California taxpayer. Honestly, I would prefer my money go to her than to go to prisons to, you know, kill prisoners on death row. I'm super anti-death penalty. Most of us aren't really thinking where our money is going, are we?
Do I think government regulation is the answer for this? Absolutely not. No. I think education and the ethical practices of doctors and the associations that they work for are pretty much the answer to this. Most infertile women that I know are reasonable human beings and would never have gotten themselves into this situation.
Just because this woman has an unusual life and has made some unusual decisions, doesn't, in my mind, make her crazy. I mean, there's lots of women out there that have large families that do an amazing job at it. And for all we know, she's gonna do an amazing job at it. I mean, think about it, we really don't know.
Join the Momversation at momversation.com.